Mhm. Okay, some people are watching, so hello. Well, so far you can see only my face, I know, but that's gonna change soon. We're still in the lobby. So there's some time before there's some action. Almost forgot about Facebook. Actually, screw that. Okay, so I decided to make a little stream today. Uh, just for fun. Probably almost nobody knows that I'm gonna be streaming something, so I don't expect many viewers. But for those that come, welcome to this 4 versus 4 game. It looks to me right now we're going to see them play the Final Frontier in the original version, which is like the standard version of that map for the yeah. Yeah, sorry, that's what we love in LT. Some high absurd discussions. Highly absurd, I guess. And thank you, Black Pearl, for your shy comment on TeamSpeak. Anyway, if you guys feel that my English is a bit rusty, then I feel so as well. But if I don't speak more English or make some streams once in a while, then it's gonna be even worse. So I'm just gonna be hoping that I can be at least understood, at least by Polish people. So the bar is quite low today. Anyway, seems like we're about to start. And we'll traditionally start with a little explanation of the teams. So on the left side, we've got team 1 with Black Pearl, Tall or True, or Basi in this case, on location 2. Location 3 for Mr. Fu, his brother, and Dima on location 4. While location 5, we've got Stocky from E-Stars. Isn't this like an E-Star team? Yeah, almost. Okay, along with location 6, Bobby. Location 7 for the Baratheon, and location 8 for the Raging Bullet. Yeah, so if you guys know any of these names, then you know it's like the real deal. I'm especially looking forward to see the bigger bases. So I guess I need to count Dima, Black Pearl, Bullet, Stocky, at least. Not sure about Boss, because sometimes he can have a pretty nice game, but once in a while, especially in a tournament, it can be a bit worse. But overall, in most games, he's a stable player. It's not like I consider him to be bad. That's far from it. But you know, it's just I just remember a few performances from him from the tournaments. It seems like he's not kind of a tournament guy. Maybe he relies on tributes, or maybe Boss is like a bit stressed out then. But somehow I remember that there were a couple of games that he didn't do as good as he needed to. Maybe it's not nice for me to remember stuff like that, but you know. Anyway, about this map, which probably all of the current viewers know pretty well. Yeah, I didn't play it in a while, and I kind of regret it. Pretty interesting locations here. Really big ones. Like just look at this lock. It's like if not for the fact that you have a lot of hills on the left side, I could totally see the reversed corner guys playing here, making huge bases. Probably one of the rare maps played in this community which has such big locations that you can only build like half of it in 60 peacetime. So sorry, yeah. So yeah, it's pretty interesting logs on this one. Obviously, this is mainly leather log, although many people will try to go for iron. Most people actually. So it's obviously really hard to do this because there's plenty of distance you have to go for, and you don't have the stone close, so it takes forever to make the roads, and you have to get your priorities right. So they actually are bringing all the stuff to the top right instead of anywhere else. So yeah, it's a bit tricky lock. I like building there because it's always a challenge, but I couldn't say I was like very good on this one. And its counterpart seems a bit smaller, I'd say. Location 4, played by Dima today. Still, I'm pretty sure that this particular player is probably able to fill the entire location with his buildings, because he's always a big base builder, and he usually puts more pressure on having a lot of farms and huge economy before doing before making a really good army. He still has a pretty good army, but you know, some people might have a bit more on peacetime. Sometimes, depending on the log, he might not have as much as it would be nice to have. But he always spams, so it's always interesting to look at his bases, and I'm counting on a good performance from this player. And over the bridge, he's got a Raging Bullet. I don't know if I can say that this location is a bit smaller than Dima's, but I probably can't say that. More or less the same, a bit more horizontal, which I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. Whoa, 14 viewers? No, I didn't expect that many. Oh, seems like the lockdown is going down again or something. Because in the normal times, I'd say like 10 to 15 viewers was like my max with advertising and you know, and yeah, okay, it's nice I'm not talking to nice knowing that I'm not talking to myself, but yeah. um yeah, Bullet, this is a kind of a player who will always have a pretty nice base, and I'm pretty sure that he's gonna have a lot on peacetime and after peacetime, so it's a worthy opponent to Dima. Obviously, usually nobody will go through the bridge here because it's a suicide. Although when you can see that all the armies are on the top, because that's what usually will happen, the bottom players just go and... Okay, seems like yawning is my constant feature on those streams. Sorry about that. Anyway, like when you see the usually you see both players from the bottom going to the top. Well, actually to the middle, but you get the point. So almost nobody is left to defend the bridge, except for the towers and maybe a couple of balls or something like this. So sometimes some militia attacks may happen. Baratheon, tricky lock with iron. I never liked playing here, to be honest, because I never could get it right to have like a 5 iron mine setup, because it's a really long way. Yeah. So I just never could get it right, and I'm hoping Bara can show me how to do this. Right now, looking here, I would say that's not a plenty of trees, and you have to reach out for them quite far away, so it might be tricky. If I were him, I'd probably try to cut this down, make the farms there, and like move the city towards the left, but it might not be like too easy, because you kind of have to plant some trees here for a while, and you have to go for these and these. So there's timing is probably the key, and also good planning. And I had a nader usually when playing this log, so I can't really say how you're supposed to build here. Uh, I like this location a bit more, I think, because it's somehow I kind of know how I would try to build here. You have to reach for those two forests on the left. Okay, let me get a drink. Hold on for a second. just to keep me occupied, because it seems like I'm yawning all the way. But anyway, you can see Bobby is quite fast, going to the left quite fast, and kind of rushing here. I wonder what's his plan there. Seems to be making some farms here. He also has to get the gold there as well. Yeah. Compared to Bullet, for example. Yeah, it's not bad, I'd say. Especially given that Bullet's location is way more compact, and you can do a lot of stuff along the way. Obviously, you also have a problem with the gold mines here. This is a really annoying spot. Because, you know, if almost nobody goes here, then it's tricky to get the gold production right. So I don't really like this feature of that location. You probably have to make a few buildings in this area. Like, I wouldn't try to make farms on the left here. So a bit more serfs are like walking in this area, and perhaps they try to take the tasks more often. But anyway, here you can see that Bobby is building in many places at the same time. I'm not sure that's good, but he kind of has to take these forests kind of quick. Bigger problem is that he also has to take this one, because it's really far away. I honestly, I don't know, but yeah, he doesn't really have another option, and yeah, he can only like try to build some farms along the way. He seems to be planning to make some buildings there as well. Most likely gonna rush for the iron after he's done with the maybe second gold mine, or at least the roads for it, and definitely this forest here. Okay, let's take a look at Thor. This location, on the other hand, always felt a bit more natural than, to me to play than the one that Baratheon is playing. Both these locations have a bit tricky battlefields, because you usually get pushed to your mountains here, and it's kind of tricky defending there. So you usually try to like push out somewhere here, so you don't get blocked, and you can also have some support from your teammate here or something. Yeah, depending on the situation. So yeah. But it's I think it's pretty powerful lock anyway. Okay. Yo, Thunder. Sadly, it's still R6720. I guess the community is still waiting for something more official to happen, probably. I was kind of hoping to get myself involved in remake coding a bit, but so far I'm kind of lazy about it. I won't admit it. But I'd like to force myself a bit more one weekend. I'm not exactly a programmer, you know, so it's not something I like doing much. If I didn't have my own job, and I had like all the free time in the world, like for example in high school or something, then yeah, I'd probably try to do something to help, but um, it's a bit hard for me. Well, thank you for the support. Yeah, but you know, actually, I think the new version also had its share of its own issues with lagging. At least that's the anecdotal evidence. You know, we played so few games that I'm not sure if that's true. Because I also know that there were plenty of improvements in the new version, so it should work better. But a few people were telling me that it's lagging a bit in the new beta for some reason. But I'm like unable to say anything more about it. We would have to play this a bit more, you know, to notice. So I'm just, for now, I'm just waiting that maybe one day Ray and maybe some other guys, maybe me if I get my shit together. You know, if we all might get some time to test this a bit more and maybe make a more official release, like release candidate or something, and then we'll get this stuff rolling. It would be really a waste to see so many nice features, especially the features for streamers. For example, right now I don't have any kind of overlays here, and with the overlays that you have in beta, I could show you all a live statistic here on the same screen that you get after the game. I could just go here and click on statistics button and show it to everyone. So yeah, it's some pretty neat features there that I'm really waiting to see. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of stuff that I'd really love to see in the release version, but it's still a long way, I'm afraid. And I gotta say that I don't think it's going to be released soon, sadly. But you know, I'm not complaining. I mean, I know that many people are complaining, which is not the right thing. Because please remember that the remake developers are working for free, and it's like you know, it's never a nice thing to be working for free, you know, when all you get is gratitude and some personal satisfaction. Then you are the guy, the person that dictates your own tempo on how fast, how much you work on it. So yeah, it's just a hobby. Shouldn't be treated as like hey, finish this shit because we want to play the new version. Nah, that doesn't work like that. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think that there are some valid issues. Like personally, I don't think that the town hall is tested enough, and many people don't want to play beta because of the town hall being imbalanced or like too weak or like too good or whatever. So it's kind of a closed circle, you know. And yeah, there's many changes, so players are not complaining about the change. Well, yeah, you know, not every change is good. So yeah, like I say, I have my concerns about the town hall. I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but I think we need a lot of testing to get it right. I remember that I think we've been testing R6720 on one of the earlier releases, the one where there was a big change regarding bows and crossbows. So probably the previous, some of the previous ones. I remember we were testing it for like half a year, I think, before we got it right. And after that happened, um, there are still some things we could improve, I guess. But yeah, and not to mention the fact that mm, whatever. Actually, never mind. Yeah, I mean, of course, people wanted the town hall. Now people want the what's it called? The machines on the wheels. Yeah, you know what I mean. I completely forgot the word. What kind of weapons is that? The ones that you attack castles with? Yeah, my English is really shit these days. Whoa, look at this long road here. Yeah, I think Stocky is getting this right. You can see that he's not really building a lot here. Just the buildings, like not the roads. So they're actually gonna make the roads here. Actually, finished. So I'm not exactly sure if I'm talking, if I'm making any sense right now. But I like the shape of this base. Obviously, the way he's building the farms, it's pretty self-explanatory why he did it like that. He's just gonna make the iron buildings like that now, I believe. Yeah, and some other buildings here, probably the military ones, I think. Yeah. You can see he has like 2 rows. This is a pretty nice flow for the serfs, I believe. Yeah, war machines. That's almost what I mean. And yeah, I'm Polish. So hi, Ziomek. But siege weapons, yeah, that's the word I've been looking for. Siege weapons. That's how they were called in the English version. But yeah, people are like Thunder, like you say. People were like wishing siege weapons all the time, and now they're like angry that the siege weapons are not in. But I'm pretty sure that when the siege weapons get in, and no matter whatever the developers think of, if it's good or bad, people will complain anyway, because some will be disappointed that it's not as good as they wanted, and vice versa. So it's. I believe it should be like we should just get some change and then test that change for some time, see how players react to it, because it's from what I remember from the balance tests of the previous versions, it was like when someone did one thing, then the others reacted, and it was like a process. It wasn't like you can just play 5 or 6 games and you're like, okay, that's it, Town Hall is balanced. I don't think it works like that, because with every single player you have different ideas. So you know, it takes time. It just takes time. Yeah, exactly. Both to you, Tanner, and to Ziomek, I agree with both statements. Like, if we didn't complain, if we never complained, that we would never get any change. And some of the changes are good, so yeah, I agree. And about the siege weapons, honestly, I don't remember much. Because I didn't play that much of the campaigns. I think I played mostly TSK, but I was really shit at this game when I was playing the original one. Well, I'm not that good right now either, but I don't think I played a lot of missions where there was siege weapons, and in the remake you don't have them, so I can't really say much about them. But if I had to add them to the game right now, I would probably think about making them like the name says. I would make them siege weapons, which would mean that the weapons would be most effective against the buildings, towers, stuff like that. Maybe the catapult could be quite nice against the troops. Maybe something like a crossbow. But ballista, I'm not sure if that's the English word for it. I don't know how it was called in English, but the ballista was like the one which was shooting one big arrow, and this probably shouldn't kill more than one guy. Of course, it probably should be insta kill, but yeah, but it should be a bit more effective against the buildings than the armies. Okay, yeah, I remember the 5 Iron Bar and Timber Price. I remember it was insanely slow. And yeah, defenseless. I forgot about that one, but now I kind of remember when you said about it. And one shot. Yeah, like I said, I can't really comment much more than I remember about. Tak, mam, of course mam Kama z tego, ze Steama też sobie mam. No i poza tym gdzieś jakaś płyta leży w domu rodziców. No tak, musiałbym sobie odpalić. Oh, Tomix, yeah. Speaking about complaining, that is a good human behavior. Okay, but seems I got a really chatty here and didn't say anything about the bases. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you know, let's maybe take a closer look. Yes, Thunder. I'm afraid there's no double roads in this game, and there never will be. But perhaps one day someone will do this in a program. Oh, no, I'm looking at Blackpearl's base and kind of interesting setup here. Like not a lot of stuff near the storehouse, just the farms. Obviously, it's because he has to rush to the left. It's a tricky lock. So normally this is like bullshit, building like this, with farms in the middle of the base, but here it's the obvious thing to do. Okay. Well, Tomix, you can say hello to Brover from me, and be sure to, while saying hello, be sure to use as many nice Polish words like, well, you know which ones, as you can. This is a nice road. Yeah, I mean that's the kind of same problem like in Blackdog base. He had to do something here. Still, I don't think he had to build the farms like this. Actually, yeah, I mean, I don't like this setup, but maybe it works. Okay, there's some kind of a fight in Polish going on in the chat. Hopefully it's not the most interesting fight you will see in this stream today. Still the teams are pretty balanced, I think. I mean, actually, let me check. Yeah, I think it's balanced. Unless, like, two players in one team screw up so badly that it's not balanced, then I think we should be fine. But yeah, I was looking at this base. I don't really like this setup because it's kind of like all the movement in the base happens on this road. So it's a pretty shit planning, I'd say. It really needs a road like here, maybe. Would that help? Yeah, it could help, at least for the farms and swine farms, maybe. Yeah, it's like, I really don't understand this planning here, but we'll see what happens. Maybe I'm in the wrong here, with the amount of stuff he has. I don't understand it, so I'm not even going to try. Dima's base, yeah, just look at those farms. Already 8 working ones, right? No, 7. Really? Okay. Oh, I officially can't count. Seems like he's got a plenty of swine farms and they're all full. Stables. He's aiming for 20 horses on piston, I guess. Making a second one, interesting. It's maybe a bit more. Well, actually, maybe 20 from one is like overkill. No, then more like 12, 15 maybe. I don't know. I like the fact that this base is like kind of compact. It's big, obviously, but he wastes no space on the left side here, and gradually tries to build towards the right side. So yeah, I like this setup. There's no shortcuts here, but I don't think they are that needed because there's only farms on the left side and some cutters, so they're gonna go like here anyway, so they can go just as well here as they would go like this. So yeah, it's not important. Raging Bullet, pretty similar log. You have to, well, just like on bullets, sorry, on Black Pearl's log, you have to make the farms in the middle of the base, which looks quite ridiculous, but kind of makes sense. Speaking of ridiculous things, okay, this is still not grown, that's why he's waiting. I was like, why the hell isn't he cutting this? Oh, but it's fine. To be honest, I'm not really impressed with this base. Just, yeah, I mean the iron should be fine. Okay, there's somebody active in chat. Sorry about not seeing this. Sun placement 2020. Wow. Oh, Pavel. I tried to say Pavel and I was like, nah, that's not what I tried to say, yeah. Hi Pavel, long time indeed. Nice to see some old faces here. Wondering if you know any of the names from here, maybe except from Thor and Two Brothers. I believe all the other ones are like pretty new, relatively at least. Yeah, I don't think Bullet's base is that bad, because his ladder should be pretty good. But apart from that, I don't know. Kind of expected a bit better from him. Let's take a look at the iron logs and compare them. Starting with Bada. Already shields and ammos here and fuel here as well. So he's gonna have like 10. Not bad for iron, but I hope he's got some leather as well, because he didn't go. Oh yeah, it should be fine. Doesn't look like a bad performance from Bada. That's nice. But we'll see after a while. But I was actually about to see what Toe is doing. Pretty similar, but I think, yeah, I'd say it's similar. Although the iron is kinda lacking because he doesn't have more than one iron smithy, which is a real shame at the moment. Yeah, you can see there's a shortcut here finally. There's one being built. So yeah, let's take a look at Bobby. Looks like he's going for a few pikes, and the rest is probably gonna be swords. It's a similar amount to what the other players we've seen have, so it's kind of an iron block as well, maybe, but yeah, don't listen to Tomix. That's a general good rule. Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of right that these players were bold after playing for so much time, and it was probably all the same shit for them. I wouldn't say they were like more skilled than the others. I mean, from all these players, maybe Romek, but yeah, I mean Darklord in fights as well, and maybe Florek. Discount Revo were pretty good spammers, but these days spammers are like really common. I believe you're gonna have at least 40, if not more, in this game easily. And the amount of spam these days is like way bigger than it was. For example, these days having 80 quality troops on peacetime is like the standard for the best players, I'd say. While in our old times, it was more like, I don't know, 60. Depends how old times we're talking about, obviously. I believe that the spamming started when Mad Gamer joined at A and started playing Knights and Merchants on a competitive level. I remember he was like the first insane spammer, but after that others followed, and now it's like pretty common to have good armies. And yes, Hardy is the best. Yeah, exactly. There's a question who's playing, so let me show you the teams again. Team 1 on the left side, starting with Black Pearl, Thor, also known as True, also known as Basi, also known as, yeah, you get the idea, Mr. Fu, his brother, and Dima on the left side, and on the right side we've got Stocky, Bobby, Bara, and Bullet, the Raging Bullet. Yeah, well, I can just say that all of the players in the lobby are considered like old players here, so yeah, there's like everyone here is playing for at least like 4 years, if not more, so yeah. Yeah, Bloodmaster was like a total legend. I think he would still be good when he would decide to come back right now. I'd even say that Bloodmaster maybe was better than Romek. I don't know. I mean, back in his times, I'd probably say so, yeah, because I think he was a bit better in spam when compared to Romek. Yeah, I'm still trying to forget about Hardgon and Lexus, but that's not their fault. Yeah, well, to explain what Tomix is talking about, we had two players who impersonated Hargon and Lexus, two Czech players, and under their fake names they won a tournament. which made me rage quit. Oh, such a nice fun story to mention. So there's like 10 minutes till peacetime. Yeah, from Blackie, as you could expect, there's not that many iron weapons. Obviously, we expect that not because he's a shit player, but because this is a tricky lock for iron. I don't think you can have more than like 25 slots, maybe more like even 20 here. So I think this is actually doing a good job there. He still has 10 minutes to catch up, so I'm guessing he's gonna have at least 20-25 iron troops. And you can see that his swine farms are working pretty well as well. Never mind. With 10 minutes to go, he already could make like 20 bowmen and needs like 10 more weapons to get out all of his leather armors from here. And he's got like 2 tanneries full. One needs a butcher guy, and he needs some gold, it seems. Yeah, there's some gold problem, look at that. Interesting. How many serfs does he have? 84. That should be kind of right. Yeah, but maybe this... I think this space is so good that it just needs that extra school and metallurgist. So he's making 2? Whoa, this is interesting. Okay. But I think he might have like at least 80 troops on peacetime if it goes like this. Like he can easily make 60 jackets, I think, if this one starts working fast. I mean, yeah, this is pretty good. Okay, but there's 8 minutes, so let's take a look. Maybe let's try to compare like lock to lock, because Bullet is on a location which corresponds to Blackie's lock. So let's take a look here. Plenty of horses, plenty of iron actually. I think it's a bit easier here, but still very tricky to get the iron right. So this is like really good from Bullet, I think. I think he's aiming for 25 knights and swordmen combined. However, I gotta say that his swine farms are kind of meh. I still think he's gonna have like 40 leather jackets on peacetime or something like this, but I mean, compared to Black Pearl, it's not that good, which I'm quite surprised about. Dima. This is a bit closer to what Black Pearl had, except that he has some horses. Some more horses, yeah. Well, okay, he's aiming for like 40-50 leather and horses, yeah, so mainly leather here. And with 2 stables, he's gonna put all the iron into the knight's production, which is a nice thing. How many farms he have now? 10. And 2 more are being built. Yeah, this is insane. One more swine farm. How many? 4? Okay, I'm blind. Yeah, 3 and 4. 1 is being built. Okay, and a mill as well. Interesting. Does he really need a mill? How many serfs does he have? 92. Whoa. Okay, that kind of explains some things. So yeah. But yeah, let's take a look here, because the time, the clock is ticking, so Stocky, pretty good in comparison, right? Doesn't look like it's a big difference, like 20 iron troops, a bit less horses, but he decided to have extra pikes instead. Oh, although I gotta say that the amount of leather is, I don't know, for the main leather lock it's kinda bad. Anyway, 1 minute left. So Bobby with 12 horses. I don't know, it's a so-so army, I'd say. Expected a bit better from him. Obviously, Iron is pretty tricky here, so I'm not complaining about it too much. Maybe I kind of am. But pretty nice horses. It seems like he decided to not go for that many troops, but for the punch, you know. It would be better if he had like at least 20 pikes, maybe actually a bit more. But like I said, it's tricky here. Leaving the iron locks for the last. So let's take a look at Mr. Fu. Oh, that's not a lot of horses, and they are like very important on this map. But the iron, that's the problem. It's a bit of everything in this. So he's gonna have a lot of troops, but it's not too powerful combo. Although these 40 shooters, this shit is pretty scary when used right, and you can bet he will have plenty of opportunities to use the shooters right on this map, because there's it's pretty open, so a good player can take advantage of having a lot of shooters like that. And this brings us to Toll. And a lot of shooters is the last thing I can say about his army. This is pretty bad, I gotta say. For an iron lock, the iron is kinda meh. And the leather is like pretty bad. Especially the amount of balls here is the problem, because this could be like, he can go to 30, but he's gonna have like 20, 25 balls. It's not too spammy, and the worst thing is he doesn't even have any horses. This is pretty bad. Yeah, although I can see that he's aiming more for having fully working 5 iron mine iron production. So I'm pretty sure that he's gonna have an uptake in the iron amount of iron weapons, I mean. So it might be a good trade-off in the long run, especially with Dima having a heavily leather base. It might not be the worst idea to go like this, although the army and the towers, yeah, it's not too good of a performance for the peacetime army, at least. And last but not least, I have some good feelings about this base. Whoa, that's pretty good. I mean, the iron could be better, but like I said, it's tricky on these both blocks, so it's worse. Yeah, it's worse than Thor, so it's pretty bad. But there's plenty of horses, only 6 farms, and 30 jackets. Yeah, it's not going to be a long game base, I'm afraid. But it's a pretty nice amount of horses with something like 30 leather. I mean, I probably expected a bit worse performance from Bara. So I think it kind of shifts balance towards the right side. And I just noticed how stupid it is that I'm saying the right side and I'm pointing at the right, and you see I'm pointing at the left. I fix this. Actually, never mind. Yeah. Thank you. How did you know it's a printer? Can you actually see this? Okay, maybe like that. Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I thought the quality of the camera is not that great, so it's nice to see that we can actually see something here. Okay, so that's the point when I usually think about the chances of the teams. Okay, so we've got Bassi with a bit worse game, but I like his army better, especially the horses amount is pretty nice. Ah, come on. I shouldn't look to the right because then you can see this. Whoa, this is really bad. Yeah, I know it sounds strange when I say that I was cutting myself, but that's not what I meant. But you get the point. That's my own fault. Anyway, about the chances here, Dima already had nice amount of ladder. Mm, not like Bobby had okayish army. Stocky, I don't remember about Stocky. Probably good. Mr. Fu, it's okay. If he can get it right in the fight, then it should be fine. Black Pearl, he had insane amount of leather as well. Slightly better than Bullet, if I'm correct. A bit less horses though. But Dima is making second stable, which, I mean, he made it already, so he might have like 15 horses at least right now, if not more. So I think it should be fine. Yeah, I'm betting on the left side still, but it's really close, you know. I can't really say, to be honest. On my right wall? I mean this one? How can you even notice that? You can't see it. Well, you can, but there's not much happening. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna show you my face because it's so nice to look at. Sarcasm, in case it wasn't, yeah, obvious. So yeah, we're still waiting. But only two players left, so should start pretty soon. Still waiting for two people. Two guys, sorry. Yeah, I'm butchering English today a lot. Sorry about that. Still waiting. Oh, come on, guys. Mr. Fu and Bad. Hmm. only Bara. So get ready to see the second half here. Oh, come on. Okay, let's pretend I believed. Whoa, 70. Okay. Oh, not much worse here. 18 horses. Probably not fast enough, but yeah, I mean, he doesn't have weapons for this, but it's still pretty impressive. Might want to make a bit more woodcutters here. Yeah, here. Anyway, seems like Stocky, I think he might be in a better situation right away. Lol, almost managed to destroy this. Oh well. If Stocky could see what I see, then he could easily go here with the horses, but usually that's not what you're gonna do, but it's interesting that he keeps them here. Probably a bit afraid because... Oh wait, he's really going in. Only to defend or perhaps to attack? Attack. Yeah, interesting. But he doesn't see a lot, I'm thinking, so yeah. He doesn't even know what he's afraid of. Anyway, yeah, I wouldn't want to see stuff like this happen, because this could be really strange game and GG right away. And everyone is kind of fighting on the bottom anyway. It's really hard to counter a rush through here. That's why you have to have a lot of towers there. And that's why Stocky is a bit scared, because he only has 2, both are empty. So yeah, it's like a welcome sign to his base. Oh yeah, anyway, Bobby with his troops in this area here. 2 players from the left on this front as well. Stocky with his troops here. Let's take a look at the bottom. Bara standing with Bully near the towers. Oh, that's a pretty impressive snake. How many is that? 7 times 5, more or less. Yeah, it's about 40 troops, almost. What can he see? Not that much. Yeah, where the hell is Blackpearl's army? Yeah, you can see he has a lot of add-ons to get out and a lot of gold to be made. with that being said, he's using 4 gold smelters, so should probably catch up in no time. And yeah, in the meantime, like I said, you can make some fun stuff with so many shooters. I think there will be pretty fast action here, but let's take a look at top, because there's an attacker here as well. Okay, let's try to do this and see if the performance is quite alright. So we can do this. So there's still a shootout here, and okay, this is a pretty bad position from Bara. If the left side team was positioned a bit better, like here, and if they wanted, they could just push him here with bows easily. I mean, maybe it wasn't a mistake, but it was very risky. Yeah, that's what I'd say. Because, yeah, but now you can see Dima is going to full. Because his position is actually pretty bad as well, if Dima is so far. Because then they can just go to the top. Anyway, let's take a look at what happens on top again. Seems like Bobby and Stocky are aggressively trying to get inside the Toes base. I like this. There's some fights here. It's not as static as it could be on another map, you know. Even despite the amount of troops from every player, it's pretty dynamic. And yeah, I wonder why we don't play this map too often. Okay, I think there's gonna be action on the top. It looks like the bottom. Someone will probably attack. Yeah, Dima is walking in. I didn't expect that actually, but it kind of makes sense because you can see he's gonna use a lot of horses here as fast as he can catch those. He's gonna have a problem here, especially because Fu is for some reason moving. What the fuck is he doing? Honestly, he should just stand and shoot. Yeah, I think it was a huge mistake. Like, he wasn't doing anything. And both players from the bottom team were shooting all the time. This is... I have no words to explain this, really. This is a huge mistake from Fu. And a very sad one, I gotta say, because Dima's plan was pretty good. I knew what he wanted to do. He just wanted to kill all those bows here with a load of swords, and he called bullets knights here. But he probably should have communicated a bit better about what he wanted to do, because Fu... Maybe even that, because it's like Fu didn't even do anything with his troops. He was like moving with them all the time for whatever reason. That was pretty strange. What's even more strange is the fact that they kinda won this. Don't really understand this. And I don't understand too much what Bobby did. Yeah, and Stocky is fighting alone here. Yeah, kind of have to choose a fight because we can watch both of them. So on the bottom, I'd say it looks better for the right side because Mr. Fu is gonna be dead pretty soon and Dima doesn't have much left. So let's take a look here. Yeah, Stocky massacred Blackwell's troops, and now they can go for Tor. Yeah, it looks like GG for me. But let's take a look at the bottom front. Yeah, nothing new here. Don't look the same. No, that was disappointing. I mean, there was some action, that was nice, but I thought it wouldn't be such a swift win. I kind of expected that the left side will have easier time. I think another mistake of Fu might have been going like into this area. I don't understand why he did that. I really wish I could say something more positive about his performance in the fight. But I really can't. Well, Bobby doesn't have a lot of troops left. But it's not really important right now, because like you can see, they're winning all the fronts. And inevitable GG was written, so it's probably the end. You guys want to see the autosave or not really? If there's one, I think there should be one, because it was pretty even game, so I think it makes sense to try. The logs are awful to play, Harry, really. Yeah, I mean, the battlefield is pretty close. But I like some of the bits here, like this mountain here, and so the fact that they're attacking here and you can like surround them. Like in many places the battlefield makes some sense. Maybe it's just the fact that we know how to play it pretty well after so much time. I don't know. Oh, look at the amount of buildings here. Mr. Fu. 2 times less than Dima. Insane. But yeah, you know that it's like two opposite kind of players. Yeah, I mean, the logs are kind of tricky, but it's not. It doesn't mean that it's not fun to play them. You know. At least for me. Well. Hmm. But you know, it depends on what you want to achieve. Like a very good army on peacetime, or the fun game to play with. I mean, fun map to play on. Can always mean sometimes that it's hard to play. You know. Yeah. Depends. Thunder depends on what you're asking. What kind of secrets? Like Easter eggs? I don't remember if there were any Easter eggs on this one. Uh, but yeah, Harry. Still, it's like it gives you a choice, because both these options are like kind of the same. I mean, that's not what I tried to say. It's like both of these options are like viable, you know. Yeah, but consider that a map is not bad when it's balanced and hard to play, or maybe not hard to play. Maybe that's not what you mean, but you get the idea. If it's balanced, and I think this one is, then it's okay to have logs where you might get some problems. Like this log forces the players to go somewhere or to make a choice. Yeah. Like for example, in bullet space, you always have to make the farms like this, which is a strange design choice on a normal log, but here is the only one that's reasonable, because you have such a ridiculous distance to go for iron that it's like doesn't make sense to It doesn't make sense to not rush this like that. Yeah, the problem is like people don't really like having leather only army when they have the option of getting iron. Even on location 5 on Richland, I think it's still more worth it to go for the iron, even if you get like a minor amount. Like even 10-15 iron troops is better than like 30 leather troops that you lose by delaying your leather production, whatever. I mean, I just took these numbers out of my ass, but you get the idea. Anyway, we've got a replay here from save, and we'll see how the teams are gonna play now. It looks like the right side is gonna take the initiative here, take the middle. Actually, kind of interesting to see the players gather in this spot and attack. Because I'm pretty sure that Mr. Fu is gonna get crushed pretty soon here if his teammates don't try to help. Gotta say that Black Pearl's army is kind of disappointment. Yeah, like I showed you earlier, it's like he really needs to make a few more wooden weapons. It's quite a problem. And there's a catch in the bottom and in the middle. Seems like on the top they don't want to catch. Just try to stay out of trouble. At least Bobby with his... okay, interesting. On the bottom it seems to be a bit better for the left side. For some reason. Dima has a lot of horses, that's probably why. And he also managed to surround a bit here. Oh, I didn't see that coming. Interesting that Dima did something like this with Bullet on the bottom. It's gonna hurt him here in a while though, because he's already without troops to fight here. Mr. Fu doesn't have many as well, but the teammates are helping, and the top doesn't seem to have a lot of melee left for both teams here. So whoever gets the horses, seems like nobody. Should be fine, but yeah, there's some horses here as well. Seems to me like the shootout will be better for the left side, because they're trying to be a bit more aggressive on this. Oh crap. I think it's gonna be a draw for this fight. Well, hello Philip. Yeah, I get it, Harry. Everyone has the map, but he doesn't like. I hate playing on the rebound, for example, for obvious reasons. I always scrap the food. Well, almost always. Looks better for the left for now. Way better. Still there's bullet group, so maybe they can do something. And they really have to try to go back maybe, or try to be more aggressive, whatever is their way of winning this. Yeah, Thunder, I agree. Although, let's take a look at this base from Mr. Fu. Looking at this, you can see that this lock at least can be played with a small base style, and it doesn't look too ridiculous in my opinion. Still, would probably be better to expand a bit with so much space on every lock, but you know, if we have enough troops to win the game, then we don't have to make more than we need. Like the position of the right side team, they got out pushed into the mountains, which probably means they're gonna lose. Yeah, it looks really bad here. Bullet might make a difference, but I don't think he's gonna do enough here. But somehow the left side doesn't push further, which is pretty strange. It's also the fact that they don't really have any horses here. And seems like the bottom is lost for the right side already, and yeah, the top is, well, not in a good position. Seems to be trending in the camp fest, but I would say that the right side still has its chance, but it's gonna be tricky for them, for sure, with so many bows here. But if they try to go like one player here, the other here, and wait for the base to be invaded, something like this, and close them down from a few sides, might work maybe. Would be nice to kill these horses, but I believe it's not a great decision, unless they catch with one army and with the other go for the horses. That could work. Oh, what the hell is... Oh, never mind. Ah, but there's some army here as well. Yeah, that might have worked. They would probably use their horses still. And I believe the right side needs these horses more, I mean. Yeah, exactly, Thunder. Back when our armies were not exactly I mean, our cities were not exactly as effective as these days. Okay, what the right side can do, perhaps they could try to attack Black Pearl here somehow, but seems like they won't get a chance. Soon Blackie is gonna take a really strange to defend from position if he goes inside here, but okay, Stocky was like Stocky noticed that, and the left side, the other players were not fast enough for this. But in the meantime, important thing is that Dima left his troops on the bottom, which gives him unique opportunity to attack Bullet if he sees the amount of army here. And to Bullet it gives unique opportunity of holding him down on the bottom. Trying to, like, you know, go back and annoy him, making him stay in place. Although I'm not sure if that's gonna work. If I was Dima, I would just probably either try to attack him or like just join up. Black Pearl has a lot of bowmen, yeah, shooters, yeah, bowmen, but not a lot of melee, and that's probably the problem he's having here, and that's why, amongst other reasons, he doesn't want to join here. And make a fight, because I don't expect him to. On the other hand, there's plenty of militia in this army, so this is like a paper army. Shouldn't be a big deal if the brothers help him out on the top. But honestly, I don't know what the left side is waiting for. They have a clear advantage. How much can they see? Not a lot. Okay, that explains some things. And there we go. Storm attack. Interesting catch. But yeah, Bullet is no stranger to maneuvers like this. He only got caught with one. Okay, maybe not one. Bada is helping. Interesting. No reaction on the top. Let's take a close track of this. But yeah, Dima is going back. Oh, didn't expect Bada's troops here. Oh, there's some reinforcements going. Look at that. Bullet is... I thought Fu was going to catch him, but didn't seem like that in the end. But if Dima went like here, then Bullet could be caught, and they couldn't do anything about it. So I really don't understand why Dima didn't go in here. Like, it was obvious that Fu is gonna make the catch for him. And he just went to the right. I don't get it. For me, it was a mistake. But yeah, we've got Barak here on the hill, and it's not going to be that easy to attack. Unless they try to change the target, like push out one of these two players and attack the other one. Anyway, it seems like Bobby's going out. And they're moving the troops to the bottom, maybe faking that. So yeah, Bobby's going out, and it looks like he's kind of trying to push an attack. I don't think it's gonna last. But yeah, look at this. Dima is going to the middle again. This is kind of strange, and I don't understand why Stocky and Bara are still following. I don't think they should. At least not too much. And now who is catching? Yeah, finally we got a fight. And Dima is going to obliterate his bowman. Whoa. Yep, that was probably a mistake from Bobby. This is not the best spot, especially that His troops were going here, but Bala tries to help him after the fact. Stocky has an insanely bad position. He's trying to help because it's like already lost for the right side team, I believe. He's doing a pretty good job given the amount of troops he has, but look at the amount of balls from two players shooting him. He has completely like no chance. Bara managed to turn over the tides on the right side here, but now he has to fight some pikes, so it might not be that good. There's plenty of horses fighting for them here, so it might be nice actually. And now Bullet is quite far away, so we're gonna get caught by Fu, and maybe Dima will react on this, or maybe Dima will just attack here, probably the latter. Yeah, like I said, Stocky's army is almost dead, except for the horses, which is interesting because he keeps killing some of the bulls at least. Yeah, but now he caught the melee, which means that all these horses are just gonna die probably. Or maybe not all of them, but most of them for sure, yeah. Maybe even all, yeah. Not too good. Yep. That's a nice storm attack, and well, Dima might lose a lot, but I don't believe they have to worry about this. Bobby and Bala trying to help, and in the meantime, Stocky's base is getting invaded, so I think it's a GG again. I guess that's it. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this. We can see that at least in the second try that most troops were from Blackpearl and Dima. No surprises here. Actually, kind of the same. Oh, not too bad kills from both, although a bit better from Dima. Stocky, pretty nice kills, especially when you consider the fact that he lost this game. It's a bit more of an achievement to have as many kills as the best killer when you actually lost the game with your team. Well, at least usually, because sometimes you just get, for example, a bad player against you or something like that. So yeah, big up for Stocky from the right side team. Yeah, like I predicted, I kind of predicted before the game for Bullet to have one of the best armies here, but it looked like after like 40 minutes that he wasn't going to be as good as Blackpearl or Dima. Insane spam from both. You can actually. Usually the LTs are going for iron based styles, like better irons, but when you put Blackpearl on a location like this, where iron's pretty far away, then he's kind of forced to do Dima style base, I guess. At least that's what was the effect here. Let's take a look how Dima compares to Blackpearl. Yeah, a bit better with the iron, like I said. Iron was pretty annoying on Blackie's lock. So yeah. And the leather jackets, obviously the opposite of the previous chart. Although Stocky and Bullet on the second spot, yeah, so pretty much as expected. Regarding the locations they were playing, there's no surprises here. but this might be more interesting statistic. Black Pearl was on a bullet level when it comes to the amount of timber produced. Pretty interesting. Maybe it's more interesting that Dima had like absolute best when it comes to wood. Compared to Stocky, this was like a massive advantage. How was Stocky's army? Not that bad actually. Was somewhere on the level of Bullet, but as you can see, you had two spammers who had like 30 troops more on the left side. And then comparing the other players, it was pretty similar, at least when you don't take a look at the actual troops there, so it's kind of hard to say. But I'd risk saying that the other players were pretty even, so the spammers made a real difference here. Yeah, exactly, biggest spammers for cons. Okay, so that's it. I guess I'll try to make another stream, maybe in a few days or maybe next weekend. Right now I'm pretty tired, so I'm not gonna look for another game, but yeah, there's no another lobby. Oh, there's a lobby from Full. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, that's it for me. So thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.